Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Lady V. Thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. Please share these videos with those who you think it might resonate with. If you're interested in any of my services, books, merch, t-shirts, webinars, sessions, and higher realm magic information and meditations, please visit higherrealmholistics.com. Good morning, Brave Awakened Ones. QV here. What's up? We have the victory. Today is the 22nd, 222, of February 2020. First of all, I want to start off by sending well wishes to Wages World. I don't know what's going on with him. He has not been on since like the 19th. I know his kid was sick. So, I always pray for all the truthers. I pray for all of us who are fighting the good fight. I do it every morning and every night. So join in, especially, send healing energy and also protection out to the truthers out there. They're fighting the good fight. They may not be light workers. They may not be fully awakened to the point of ascending yet, but they're getting there. A lot of them have gotten there, and a lot of shit's going down. They're trying to shut everybody up. Like I said, I myself has had so many weird accidents. December of 2017, in a week and a half period, I got rear-ended 3 times. Okay. And just a couple of months ago, somebody in a blacked out SUV, was 2 guys in that SUV, tried to run me over while I was on my bike riding on the beach. And if it wasn't for some workers in a golf cart on the beach coming towards me, I guess they saw what was going on. That truck, that blacked out SUV made a U-turn and left. They actually barreled through the grass and went on a bike path on the beach. So it was crazy. So, call on Archangel Michael and stuff. And I've been doing that. So, give them some extra protection out there and all the well wishes to them and their families, it's going down, so we're in the midst of it. So like I said, I am not an expert when it comes to space weather and all that, or not even a novice. This is, something I was interested back in college when I, took classes, and in the light of things, light of events coming on that's been going on, I was redirected to start paying attention to this, especially the Schumann and what's popping off on the sun and everything, and what's coming out of the central galactic sun, all the alignments, okay? Because that's greatly affecting our ascension, everyone's ascension, Earth's ascension and awakening. So I have to cover something today. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm just going to say it to the best of my ability and connect it to what is going on in the unseen, okay? How it's manifesting and how it's showing up, trying to connect the two. Now, early this morning it hit me, actually, it started hitting me like around 10 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m. yesterday, the 21st, up until around 5 a.m. I still have a headache. It's not as bad as it was, but the sounds, oh my God, the ringing in the ears, and it's just not just the regular ringing, the high pitch ring. No, it was bananas. It was straight up bananas. Back and forth, in and out of the ears, and it just overtook my entire head for a few hours early this morning, between the hours of like 1 to like 5, somewhere around there. It was so intense. It was like an out-of-body experience, except I was still in bed, of course, and I was totally with it. I was awake. It was just like, oh my God. And I asked, what is going on? What is all that? And I just felt the energy shooting throughout my body. I said, what the heck is all that? And I saw some energy coming off the sun and affecting the earth and barreling deep, deep down into the core of the earth. And then these horrible sounds, not horrible, these sounds were coming from earth, which affected all the different sounds that were going on that I was hearing. And I asked, I said, what the heck is that? What is going on? And I felt Earth as the entity, the soul herself. And my oversoul said to me, that's Earth screaming. I was like, that can't be good. So that is Earth screaming from the energies coming in. And yeah, that was Earth screaming. I don't know if any of you guys, anyone else heard it as intense as I did. But that was Earth screaming. That's what my oversoul kept telling me. And I was just like, should I do something? And I was just serving as a conduit for this energy. And I was just like, oh, I'm hurting her. And it was painful for me too. I wanted to scream. I've had worse though. But it wasn't just me serving at this as a conduit for this energy. There were others who served, not many, but others who served as a conduit for this energy. And I was like, well, it's painful, it's hurting. It's like, no, it's triggering more ascension in her. It's triggering changes in her. The same way we go through these physical changes and our bones can hurt, our skin can hurt, our teeth can hurt, our eyes. I've been going through some stuff with my eyes for a week already. Today's the first day I have some relief. I woke up, it's like, okay, it's not as bad. Where I don't know what I want to do to my eyes, punch myself. I literally have been feeling like punching myself in the face. That's how much it's been bothering me. And seeing sparks and everything. But again, it's part of the evolution. As we go through a physical ascension, Earth is going through her physical ascension also. So it's all part of it. So I was like, dang, I felt bad, but then my oversoul was like, no, this is what's going on. Now there's a couple of things that happened. So let's make sure I switch the cameras. Okay, now I want to make sure it's still on the camera. Okay, because it had been switching off on me. Now this is the Schumann for today. As you can see, it's only a 9, right? But this blanked out part has everything to do with what went on overnight. They did not want us to see this. And what I was shown was that it was more of that spiral, but it was even more intense. It was like white. It was just like this white sheet with spirals in it. It was crazy looking the way it was shown to me. So that's the deal. They blanked it out on purpose. Okay. And there's going to be a lot more of that going on. And remember what happened on the 21st. It was the 2222 portal. The Master Builder portal. Okay. So it had everything to do with that. Everything to do with that. That's why they blanked it out. They didn't want anybody to see what was going on. This was just like a precursor. Remember, the Schumann was, what was it, 78 the day before? So that's what was going on. Remember, the Schumann was 78 right here. So that's why they blacked it out. Okay. And this is just like a breather. Earth is getting a breather. So that's why it only peaked at 9, because she had a heck of a upgrade. Okay. Which is needed. And those of us who felt it the most were probably the major master builders, who it's not just about, your own little thing that you're building, but it's like something that you're doing that's literally taking the place of an entire institution. I have like 3 major institutions I am building. As the old crumbles, we rise. Okay. So I'm not going to mention it now. It's coming together. Like I said, my hands are off the steering wheel. My oversoul has the penthouse view. I have like the 5th floor view. So my hands are off the steering wheel and I'm just allowing it to evolve, and the people and the money and the resources are just coming in. I'm just like, as I'm saying this, I'm getting like my crown chakra opening and the tingling. I'm just allowing it to happen. I'm in a state of allowance. Okay. So it was like the big, and it's not to say that all the builders, everyone trying to build something new got something of this energy. That's what it was all about, bringing that in. But it's like those of us who were like world changers, I should say, really got hit with it. And God knows Earth got hit with it. She screamed. It was, like I said, tears came out. I wanted to bawl out crying until my oversoul was like, calm down. Don't clinch up. You're a world changer here. You have to really be open to do this energy, to ground in this energy. I was like, okay, fine. All righty. So let's take a look to see what it looks like in the physical. Yeah, let's go over here. Okay. This is Soho, all right? Observatory, it's a satellite. So I'm going to show you what was the cause of Earth screaming, what came through with that 2222 portal, okay? So let's play. It popped off on the 21st. Start. It's right here. Bam, there it is. See that? That's CME that popped off. Let's look again. I'm going to slow it down, slower. So you can see it. It is coming up. And there it is, right there. Let's show it over here. And there it is, right there. Boom. See that? Okay. Now that popped off. The way it looks to me, we're going to take it from another view. We're going to get to this later. Woo, I'm woozy. Okay. Here's the Earth. Okay. And this is the sun. And here's the CME popping off. Boom. Looks pretty big to me. It popped off the back over here. Look, this is Venus. What is that, Mercury? Is that Venus or Mercury? Shoot. Mercury. I'm sorry. It's Mercury. Boom. There it goes. As Mercury crosses that, well, it's before Mercury crossed the line. Boom. It's pretty big. But the way I've seen it and the way when I studied, whenever something pops off on one end, a smaller thing pops off on the other end. So as you could see it popping off over here, the CME big one popping off over here, you see a small one popping off over here, right here. Okay, and there it is. This is the orbit stretched out, Earth's orbit stretched out. This is the sun. See, right here. Here it is. Bam, right there. There it goes over there. As it pops off over here, a smaller one does pop off directly on the opposite side. It's like the same thing for earthquakes. Okay, it does radiate on the other side. It does go through on the other side also. So that's that view. So now we're going to look at the KP index. Okay, it has to do with the magnetics of it, how it affects the magnetosphere and everything like that. Okay, here's definition KP index. K index qualifies disturbances in the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field with the integers in the range of 0 to 9, with 1 being calm, 5 or more indicating a geomagnetic storm. Okay, so we got up to 4, but here we go right here. Let's look at the K index right here. Ooh, here I go with the dizziness again. I hope I can make it through dance class. See, it hit up 4, but then we had this quick peak. Look how high it went. 6.5. 6.5. It didn't last long. I mean, look what happened over here. Now that lasted pretty long. The 18th and 19th. It's like it started over here and ended over here. Okay. So this is what we felt. This is what Earth was screaming about. So it went up pretty high. So that is geomagnetic storm arena right there. Moderate. Okay. So it was moderate geomagnetic storm area between the 18th to the 21st, 22nd. Right here. So that is what Earth was screaming about. Now, what was the reaction? Right here. So I went over to the earthquakes. We did have some volcanoes popping off. Okay. This was older. Let me see. 22nd. Well, here are all the here are the earthquakes. I went over here. Here are the earthquakes that happened. We have 4.1, very deep earthquake, Fiji region, 4.5, Colombia, 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers region, which is not that deep. And we have Ecuador, 4.4, Japan, 10 kilometers, which is not deep. We had a 5.1. And Indonesia, 4.6, 5.1 in the Philippines, 10 kilometers. Let me see, back on the 22nd. 5. On the 21st, 5.1 in China, Xinjiang, China. Okay, you guys could see it right here. Nothing crazy, outrageous, but that was the results of what happened. So we had a couple of volcanic eruptions. That was on the 20th. Yeah, because I remember a few volcanoes erupted around. It was, yeah, we had some on our side, some on the west side of the world, some on the east side of the world. But it was all like, here's the equator. So it was like, you know, on the equator and below the equator, south of the equator, nothing north. We didn't have anything north of the equator. Yeah, so we had a busy volcanic week. And also there was, on top of that, meteorite that hit Dominican Republic. Here it is, showed a flash. It hit Earth. Boom, boom. Look at that. Exploded over the Caribbean. So it was over DR. Right here, it was over DR. Hispaniola, my island. Boom. So that happened over DR. No damage, no big, it wasn't a big deal or anything like that. Again, we covered the KP index. We covered all that. Okay, let's get back over here. I hope everything worked. Hope you guys saw that. Okay, I just wanted to cover that mighty quick. So if you're feeling any type of way, if you had a heck of a night like I did, just know what caused it. And Earth is calming down after what she went through. It was a major ascension jump for her, along with us. It had to do with settling those energies, those 2222 master builder energies, to give us that boost to the next jump, which ironically enough, I got my new lease. Not that I'm paying anything yet, and I've been there since December again. Don't ask any questions, just yes, please, and thank you, okay? So, yeah, let's just keep going. We got this, okay? We already got the victory. There's going to be bombs going off around us, A lot is going on around us and it looks mighty ugly. Keep sending prayers and protection to those people out in China. That regime is falling. It is mighty evil. It's one of the most evil regimes, okay? It's like this three-pronged animal. It's like you have the Jesuits, which cover the whole Catholic Church. You have the Anglican, you know, covers the Cabal and the Illuminati. Well, part of the Cabal is, you know, and then you have the whole China. They're another whole regime, piece of that darkness. That's the way it's shown to me. It's like those are the three major groups that make up the Cabal. Okay, they fight amongst themselves for power, but they are getting together to try to get rid of us. Okay, so they won't lose their power, or they already know they lost. It's just prolonging it as long as possible. But again, the war is already won. The cleanup has begun. These next 2 years until the end of 2021, it's going to be mighty ugly. But in the midst of all that crumbling down, demolition does look awful. There's a lot of dust. There's a lot of rumbling. Some people can get hurt. But in the midst of that, light warriors, light workers, builders, we got to be building. Okay? We have to be building. We got to do our best to just keep going on and not have blinders on, but stay focused. Don't get caught up in all the melee. Don't get caught up in all the scare that's going on. It's like working in a war zone. If anyone worked in an ER, you know what it's like to work in an ER. Okay? When just shit hits the fan. If there's a big accident that happens and it's just bodies and blood, there are people dying, there's people screaming all over the place, or if you've been in a code blue, and everything's all over the place, yo, we all know what an ER looks like after we do a code, right? We all know what an ICU room looks like after we do the code, or an OR room looks like. There's blood and guts everywhere. Not to get gross, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's pretty nasty. Okay? There's even blood on the walls, on the ceiling. There's a bleeder. It's pretty bad. But in the midst of that, you got to be like, oof. And anyone else who's not staying focused, anyone who's doesn't have a grip of themselves, doesn't have a hold of themselves, you always tell them to leave the room. Get out. We don't got time for this panic. We don't have time. Put your emotions away. We do not have time. It's a matter of life and death. It's a matter of humanity, Earth, everything on Earth. Saving that. Building the new, okay? So we don't have time for all this crazy emotions to get out of hand. That's what they want to do. Don't you see? They want to keep you in your emotions. That's what the whole SJW movement's about. Keep everybody all up in your emotions. Cancel culture, all this nonsense. Get over yourself. We don't have time for that, especially if you're a master builder, you have to have a grip. You have to be over yourself. You have to have a grip. You have to keep focused while bodies are splashing around you. You have to be able to keep going through that war zone. Picking them up as you go along, helping them out, patching up who you ever got to patch up, but you got to build. You have to build. All right? Mighty intense. All right. Queen V out. Goodbye, my kings and queens. We got this. Sugar.